So this time next week I will be in Scotland. And last time I was in Wales. Wow, three different countries in 3 weeks. What a jet setter you are, Elise. Yes, so I'm here. I'm here in London in the kitchen with my cup of coffee. Backwards, obviously, because I'm in the upside down. So, how is everybody? How have you been? I've got a show to prepare for that I haven't prepared for. I've got it. The first show is on Sunday. It's a week. Hello, Georgina. The first of my shows is next Sunday. Am I prepared? Am I? No, I'm not prepared. I think it's because I didn't really want to do this show. The subject of the show is something that I've been thinking about for a long time. Hello, Ollie. And the closer it gets, the more I think I'll sort it out. But I haven't sorted it out because I don't think I really want to do it. Which is worse because now I'm like, well, what am I going to do? So I'll probably have some guests. There has been a bit of shenanigans this week because I'm going to sit down on the floor. My venue, down on the floor in the dirt and the dust. My venue, I had two venues. One of them was in a place called Leith, nearly in a place called Leith, in a bar that had recently reopened after being shut for a long time. Now, I'm not there till the 18th, but there were problems because nobody knew it was still open and it was quite far away. So none of the shows had anyone going there, and the management decided they were losing too much money. It was just not worth them doing it, so they've had to move all the shows, which means my two venues is now the same venue. They've actually built another stage outside of the other venue that I've got, which is just off the high street, just near Canonsgate in Edinburgh, in the old town. So it's actually a better place to go because it's right there, right on the Royal Mile, just off the Royal Mile. And it's in the place where, did you see the Avengers, the last Avengers? I've probably said this, but the bit where Vision and Scarlet Witch are jumping around and doing things and like, oh no, and Vision's being chased and there's all rooftop things, where they actually rehearse that, that's where my venue is. So that wasn't actually in it, but they rehearsed that. And then they did all the round Edinburgh. I'm not doing stuff everywhere in Edinburgh. Well, I am, hopefully. I'm going to do a bit of filming. I'm not, because I'm going on Tuesday night, getting there the first thing on Wednesday. And then I've got a couple of shows in other people's shows. I've got something called the complete history of rock and roll. And I've got a guest spot and I'm helping to sing, I think, in that. He's got like lots of people singing all the pop standards, and I'm going to help in that. And I've got two shows where I'm reading my teenage diary. But my first actual show is next Saturday, which is the Welsh Connection, which I'm going to have guests on, and we're all, not everyone's Welsh, but everyone is going to fake it probably and have some sort of Welsh connection. And then on Sunday, it's my other show as well that I don't want to do, and I don't know what I'm doing. It's going to be performance art. Very much so. Performance art. I'm out of practice anyway. I mean, my old set, I'm just like, oh, it's so long since I've done a live comedy gig. I've really focused on spoken word when I've done gigs in the last year or so. Or the last comedy gig I did, which was quite a good one. It was a nice one. But it's been a while because I've been a bit like, oh, I don't know my material anymore. What am I going to do? So it's a baptism by fire. It's going to be fun and interesting. And I'm also seeing other people's shows because I'm going as an arts industry professional as well. So I've got a couple of invitations to see other people's shows, mostly theatre because I'm going with my theatre hat on. So I'm going to see lots of lovely cutting edge theatre, and then hopefully I'll see a lot of it in the first 3 days and go, wow, that's given me some idea of what to do in my cutting edge theatre on Saturday. But I probably will end up with guests because I don't think I can do it on my own. I've got ideas and I've got some stuff prepared that I don't want to use anymore. So I don't know. And I said something like, shall I crowdsource my show? And somebody said, oh, you can't do that, you'll be banned from Facebook for taking money. I'm like, no, I don't mean crowdfund, I mean take suggestions and just do what people ask me to do. So maybe it'll be a different show every day, and I'll get the audience in and say, What sort of show do you want? Well, that is what we shall have today. That is the sort of show that do you want funny? Do you want comedy? Do you want me dancing about? Do you want me... What do you want? Yes, I'll do that. Which will be no worse than if I'd prepared. Because, to be honest, I've prepared in the past and then I got reviewers in going, she didn't have any preparation. What's she doing coming up to Edinburgh with no preparation? It's ridiculous. And I've been like, but I did. So, maybe, knowing I've got nothing to lose, because who cares, reviewers, fair. So maybe it'll be better knowing that it's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. I'm not expecting it to be amazing. I'm not expecting the audience to expect it to be amazing. And also, it's free entry. So if they want to give me money afterwards, they're entirely welcome. But I am not at all expecting it. I'm going to try and get audience in. The thing is, I didn't get flyers yet, which is good because they moved my venue and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And I don't have the money for it. So basically, this is the very low budget. I'm sleeping on somebody's sofa. My biggest outlay is going to be getting in every day. Now, I'm going to give out the free fringe. It's called the Wee Blue Book, and that's got a listing in it for both my shows. Although one of the shows has moved, so it's not valid anymore. And the other show, I don't know what I'm doing, so it's not valid anymore. But what I'll do, hello Diane. What I'll do is give people the brochure and go, this is what I'm doing if they ask. You can come to my show if you want. But there's lots of other shows, go to them. So I'll just persuade people. And maybe I'll say, hey, what sort of show do you want? Haha, that's my show, come to see my show. That's what I'll do for you. It'll be very much sort of a jukebox show. You just put money in the slot and I'll do what you want me to do. Like a private dancer. No, I'm probably not going to do private dancing. Although, that would be a thing. Certainly a thing. So, I haven't actually seen my venue yet, but I do know that the one that they've built, which is outside, is sort of under a sort of, it's in a courtyard, and it's got, they've sort of put it in a corner. So, I don't know whether they're going to do walls. Hello, Terry, hello, Phoebe, hello. Oh, yeah, Phoebe, Diana, Ollie, and Georgina, that's who I've got. All the people here. So, that's more than I'll probably get in my Edinburgh audience for the whole week. Or 4 of you, 7 actually, that is a result. In Edinburgh, I think the average audience is 2 people. I've already quadrupled. Almost that. Nearly. If I get 8, which actress inspires me the most? I don't know. That's a difficult one. Lots of them. How was the day? The day was quiet. I just put a video up. I put a video up this morning about a canal, Goitre Wharf. Now, I did that yesterday. I edited it yesterday. I filmed it ages ago. I edited it yesterday and I tried to process it and it kept overwriting what I processed. So it took hours to do it, and then as soon as it processed, it would decide to start again right over it. So it took 2 days to process it. So I made a slightly smaller file, changed the name of it, and it worked in the end. So it's not as high quality as it was going to be, but it didn't take quite as long. It only took like 4 hours instead of 8 hours. So I spent most of the day waiting for that, uploading that, and then worrying about Edinburgh. Mostly I was just like sitting there going, what am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. And I really don't know what I'm going to do. But as I said, whatever anyone wants me to do. I could do my show. I mean, I still could do what I originally meant to do, and then have guests doing other stuff. So it would be the story that I was going to tell, plus other people's stories. Or just a lot of, I don't know, because it's a very loud fridge, isn't it? I'm going to move somewhere else. Now, also, I was going to do this in my room, which is a couple of walls away from next door, because just before I started this, the next door neighbours started screaming and shouting, and I realised just how thin the walls are, and then you can hear everything, basically. So while I'm going up the steps, they can hear all the things that I'm saying. So I better not talk about them. And then I will go into my room, and that will be, because there's other neighbours, but they're Japanese, and so I can't understand what they're saying, and they probably can't understand everything that I'm saying either, although they are over here, so they probably speak English really well. So they can, but they're more polite and nice. than my other neighbours who just scream and shout all day. The Japanese neighbours have got children who do scream and shout all day, but that's nice because you expect that from children and that's not a problem. And also, they're very temporary next door because it's a rented place. So after a while, we get new neighbours that side, whereas we've got the same old neighbours on the other side who are very loud. So, hello again, 8 people and only one like. I suppose I get what I can take out of this. And yeah, so we have a little look around what I've got. You look like you have 2 kids. Thank you. That's just... Anyway. See? Oh, that's made a nice sound, isn't it? La 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 la. That's nice. Got things. Get what's in the box. Shall we play what's in the box? I've got a shiny box. What's in the box? What do you think's in the box? It's not 2 kids. Anyway, so it's just because the lighting is bad lighting. That's why I look awful. It's because I'm in a bad light. Hello, Michelle. That's an old school friend who's not going to be rude to me. Incense sticks, not incense sticks. Good guess. Guess again. No, I tell you what it is. It's coins. It's beautiful, shiny coins. Was I wrong? You were wrong. Anyway, there you go. It's coins. Look, there's a golden coin. It's tiny. I think it was sold as one of the tiniest coins, golden coins available, which is pretty much worthless because there's not really anything in it. Crystals. That would be a good thing too, but no, it isn't. It's coin. I've got a bag of old coins, like, what's that? I don't know. That's a French coin, a franc. They don't have them anymore. And there's some sixpence. No, I don't know what they are. Threepenny bits. Yeah, old threepenny bits, which are smaller than sixpences. And if you put them in your Christmas pudding, they're so small that you will probably choke. Nice collectibles, yes. And then look at that. That's I think that's a half a crown. Half a crown. Half a crown. And then that's that. When decimalisation came in, they, instead of making all new coins, they used a lot of the old coins that were still available. So that was an old 10p, but that was before 10p's. That's 2 shillings. Back in the day, real old money, 2 shillings. And I tell you what as well, it's made of silver. Because they actually kept them in circulation, even though and the reason that they sort of took them out of circulation in the end is everybody realised that a lot of them were silver and were just keeping them back. And so they're worth an awful lot more than they were. And there's a really old one. Look at that. That's a florin. So that's before, when there's still a 2 shilling, but before the 2 shillings were called the 2 shillings. And then what's this? Oh, another half a crown. That one's from, I think, 1929. Ages old. Hooray. Half a crown for your birthday? Oh my goodness. I was born after decimalisation, so I didn't. I mean, we still had them in circulation for 10p's, but no. Look at this. Look, it's got a kangaroo. You can't really see it. A kangaroo on it. Shiny kangaroo. That's good. And what's this? That's a Mexican one. You see that? It's quite dull looking, but it's actually also silver. So this is my fortune. That's what I got for my old age. Well, don't say that's now. That's not nice. So yeah, and other coins, assorted coins. So that's a box of silver. So now I don't have to make a proper video of it because I've shown you a box of silver. So I have been editing another video today. But it's so frustrating editing them. This one is about the British. It's called The British, and it's not about the British people. I could do one like that. It is actually a place called The British, which is an old mining and iron site, and is going to be made into a nature reserve. So it's really nice, and it looks like Lord of the Rings. It's ever so pretty. And I'm going to put that up when I've made it. But I'm out tomorrow, and then I'm travelling on Tuesday, and I'm in Edinburgh, so it might actually not come until September, but that's to come. So please watch my other videos, which are there. So, what's everyone else been up to? Anything exciting? Anything exciting? No, nothing exciting? Well, neither have I. But, you know, I've got shiny coins to keep me company, so I'm fine. and a cup of coffee. So I look a bit tired, don't I? I feel a bit tired. I feel a bit sort of like exhausted. And I did one of those apps today where it tells you what you look like as the opposite sex. And I put it up and linked it to Facebook. And it showed me a picture of a pretty lady who was me, apparently, the opposite sex. And I was like, oh, thanks, Facebook. Thanks so much. Thank you. Coffee that late? Yes. It's instant coffee. So, not the same, is it? And I don't care anyway. I'm a rebel who'll never ever be any good. Yay. Silver coins. So, yeah, that app was ever so flattering. That's almost as good as when the what celebrity you look like told me that I looked like Johnny Depp. I should be so lucky. Yes, I know, exactly. So, that was a picture of Johnny Depp with a beard. So, yeah, a rebel without a cause, or a rebel with a cause. Yes, I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel. Not Rebel Wilson. Just a rebel. So, yeah, so I need some sort of special plastic surgery or something. Yes, I probably do. So, I am looking forward to Edinburgh, even though I don't really know what I'm doing in Edinburgh. Just trying to get in the light. I've got light on me and it's just bad lighting. So even though, yeah, ooh, messy, very messy. There's just a load of like moisturizers and various cosmetics and things in the background. So yes, such a mess. So I don't know. I might go and visit the beach in Edinburgh one day because I've not really been there before, and I'm staying quite near the beach in not right on Portobello, but quite from that. Like, I found a celebrity look like you. It's going to be somebody horrible, isn't it? Is it Mr. Bean or is it Michael Jackson? Yes, I get that a lot. So yeah. So I'm staying with a friend. I'm staying on the sofa. So that Mary Louise Parker. Oh, it's somebody that's nice. Thank you. I think I can't remember what she looks like, but I know that she's not Mr. Bean, which is always a good thing. As long as it's not Mr. Bean, I'll be happy. Especially after this week when he defended Boris Johnson, of all people. It's like, Mr. Bean, what are you thinking? You are a has, Mr. Bean. Has been. And that's probably the standard of my Edinburgh show, which is why I'm not trying to make people come to it. So, yes, and it's drama. By drama, I mean not comedy. By which I mean doesn't matter, does it? No, it does. Drama is a very important, very, very, very difficult thing to get right. Which is why I'm worried. I thought, no, I'll do theatre and then I'll write it and it will all be amazing. And then just wasn't feeling it. And also, there's apparently the BBC has got 4 well-known in other fields people to do their Edinburgh debuts with theatre pieces, and it's been universally panned, and some of them apparently have had to be cancelled because they got such bad reviews. So it's people that are fairly well known. Catherine Parkinson, I think, was one, and there's 3 other people. Anyway, they did their shows, and everyone went, yeah, that's no good. Just because you're famous doesn't mean that you can do it. And I'm not even famous, so I certainly can't do it either. Yes, perform some Welsh poetry. Yes, I should do some Welsh poetry. I've got some Welsh poetry. My poetry. And I have actually billed the Welsh one as a mix of comedy and spoken word and music and just anything Welsh, and anyone that can just shoehorn themselves into Welsh. So even if you're not Welsh, but you've got a little bit of Welsh material and then you go off on a tangent to something else, that's fine. It helps if you've got some actual claim to Welshness, but if you haven't, that's fine. So yes, so I am looking for spoken word artists and singers, and I'm going to do a bucket split, because what it is, it's called the Free Fringe. What it is, it's free ethos. We don't have to pay for the venues, but we don't oblige people to give us money. So it's like, here, please give us money afterwards, and you do a bucket speech and everything. So it's not, you don't have to give money, but it's nice if you do. So what I will do is the acts that are on, we will split whatever money we get. So maybe I'll just be like, hey, give me some money and then the other people get paid. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And also I get to eat, because that is a bit of a problem because I'm quite low in funds, which is the reason why I'm sleeping on somebody's sofa rather than paying for an expensive like 5-star caravan or anything like that, or a tent. I'd get a tent, an expensive tent if somebody suggested camping. But then I looked up the prices for camping and they were a lot more than I have, and it was very far away from the Edinburgh Town Centre. Also, a friend went camping who's very big. She's like, this is really amazing, go camping. And then they went camping and they found that the place that was really, really sold as amazing and there's going to be such an atmosphere and such a great time was so far away from the actual road and so far away from Edinburgh that they really were like, yeah, no. So they actually didn't stay there, and they got a hostel in the end. Hostile. I've lost a couple of people talking about that. So, yes, so I probably won't do that. Yes, exactly. A lot of people say, are you West Country? I'm not West Country. What it is I think when I was a child, I tried not to sound Welsh and I tried to sound posh. And instead of sounding posh, I sounded West Country. But also, I'm on the South Wales part that's near it. It's near Hereford and Bristol and Gloucester and all that sort of thing. So you got that whole sort of back and forth. I'm the least Welsh person in my area. Yes, Michelle knows me. Michelle knows that this is how I speak. But I am from Wales. She's from my hometown. She knows. If you look at anything with my parents or anybody from my area, they are a lot more Welsh than me. And I can't really explain that apart from the fact that I watched a lot of television when I was a child. Obviously, that influenced me. So I'm just a product of television. It's just influenced me. It's very surprising that I'm not sounding American, because Sesame Street used to be my favourite show. So I grew up thinking that Z was Z. So when I went to school first and we did the ABC song, I'm not alone here. I think the rest of us, we were all like, yes, teacher, we know the ABC. And we go all the way through A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, X, Y, Z. And the teacher was like, no, you can't say Z, it's not Z. So then I got really angry at Sesame Street. I was like, you're misleading us, Sesame Street. Sesame Street, you're evil, making us get in trouble with school. One of these things is not like the other. Z. Yes, so Sesame Street. Z. Yes, exactly. Z. Yeah, are you from South Wales? Yeah. Are you from which bit of South Wales though? Because it's just up from Newport, just down from Brecon, sort of in between. If you keep going, you get to the heads of the Valleys Road, and then you can get up. So it's actually on the edges of the Brecon Beacon. I didn't do that because it takes away the. So I can see what people have said, and then by the time I catch it, it's like it's gone. I can't remember what it says. So I think Michelle said something there. So yeah, lots of people speak. Nobody speaks Welsh, really. They put Welsh signs up, and they've had to bus people in because they have got a lot of. They have actually Newport. I'm from Cumbrae. Newport. I went to Newport just before I came here because that's where I got my bus from. Newport Cumbrae. My first place where I ever lived was Fairwater. Tolpath Road it was called. And it was just at the top of the mountain. There were no more houses above it. It was the toppest top of the mountain. And I visited it. St. Giles, okay. I visited it fairly recently, and it was not at the top of the mountain anymore. They kept building. So where I used to play as a child, and I almost got abducted once, which was in fields and everything, is now housing estates. So I was very disorientated because I was like, you don't know. Where am I? I don't understand. And I tried to look at Google Maps as well afterwards, and I really didn't know where I was. So that's where I was from originally. I was born in Pontypool, and then I lived at the top of the mountain. And then I lived at the top of another mountain, and then I lived down in the valley. And now I live in London. I've lived a lot of places. I think I've added it all up. Maybe I was abducted by fairies. I don't know. It was all a bit of a blur, and I was only 3 or 4. All I remember was It was more disturbing than being. I tell you what, it's like a whole tale of like, oh my god, and I sort of didn't remember it until I was a lot later, a lot older. I was like, oh, did that happen? And apparently it did. But I remember running away from this person. I got away and they nabbed my cardigan and I ran and I ran and I ran and I ran, and then the next thing I remember is people coming to look for me, and there was a wide body of water and I'd lost my cardigan, and everyone's like really angry at me for disappearing. It's like, but I saved myself. A 3-year-old I thought was really clever of me. They're like, but where's your cardigan? And I'm like, I haven't got my cardigan anymore, because my cardigan had gone. It had been nabbed by the person, but it had saved my life. I had got away. But I lost my cardigan, obviously. So, yes, I think I should go now after that disturbing revelation of terrible things that happened when I was a child. Terrible. So I don't really know what happened, but it could have been the fairy folk. It very well could be, because I have got no memory of what happened between the cardigan and me suddenly appearing far, far away and everyone coming to look for me. It's like, how did that happen? I don't know. Maybe I fell in the water and fell into a different dimension and then came back out again. Like, what? The fairies have taken me and now I'm back. That's probably what happened, almost certainly. Anyway, on that bombshell, I should probably go. So thank you very much for joining me, and I will next I see you, I will be in that there Edinburgh, up there, far, far away. And it's been quite cold in London. It's like apparently it's been very, very hot while I've been away, but I got back and like all my plants are dead. I had a pine tree that's now just like crumbling to dust. And then it rains as soon as I get here. So it's rained for the last 4 days after being a terrible, like, the hottest time ever. And when I was in Wales, I was going to say America. When I was in Wales, it rained a lot. And then it's definitely raining in Scotland. It always rains in Scotland. I got trench foot the first year I went there because I'd brought sandals. And I thought, sandals in August? How could that go wrong? And I was walking quite far from where I was performing to where I was staying. I got very wet indeed. So, yeah, I'm so close. I think I am 6,000 minutes. 6,000 minutes, I think. 6,000 minutes from being to the threshold. But then I didn't realise, I looked at it. Then they have to review my channel and see whether they'll let me be a partner again. I was like, what? So I'm 6,000 minutes, which might come this week if I'm really lucky, or it might never come. Que sera, sera. So, I will definitely go now. Thank you very much for asking, though. That was very kind of you. And it is a way of venting as well. It's a very good way of venting. And also, I've got people that go, are you doing a live chat? Are you doing a live stream? Like, yes, all right, I'll do that. And I don't know whether I'll have Wi-Fi constantly in Edinburgh, but I might do some there. So maybe see you next week, but I certainly will do some filming. So next time you see me, I'll be like, no, my show, it went so badly. No, it's amazing. It's going to be amazing. All right then.